Can they hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it okay for us to talk about stuff?
I mean, yeah.
So, have you guys seen the trailer for Death Stranding 2 yet?
Yes, we made fun of it. We made fun of it so hard.
Yes, why does it look like 7 games put together? It's like 7 different animation styles, character designs. It looks like 7 games put together.
I don't know what they were doing with that game.
Yes, I've just said hello to then say I'm going to do something. Bye.
Hello, Rissel, Tofu, and Volt.
Tofu. That's 2 for 4.
2 4. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm used to somebody also comes in my chat called Tofu, so that's exactly what I thought it was.
Oh. Is this the Grinch?
Yes, it is.
What is this song? Okay. I thought so. Is this from like one of the games?
No, this is a custom song I sang. But the actual music is done by Janine.
Yeah, the music sounds amazing.
Yeah, I like using it as a trailer thing sometimes.
I like how it's my Discord avatar on the screen. You got the Discord React up or whatever. So good.
Alrighty.
Welcome in. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Welcome in, comma, Bolt. 2 for 4. Whiffle.
Hello, comma.
Hello, everyone. Oh my god, Axton's live.
Oh my
I've never seen it coming.
Crazy.
I don't believe it. False news.
Untrue.
Untrue.
I am hoping to be live a lot more soon, considering I'm getting my Switch 2 in the mail next week.
That would be great. I can't wait to get mine.
I can't wait to get mine. So we're all getting ours about the same time. Does that mean we're gonna be playing together since everybody else that's already had one's been playing?
I mean, probably.
I'm not getting mine anytime soon, but yet. Actually, I might get soon because it might be stuck soon again.
Oh, if you're ready, so Lich gave me his invite. That's how I got mine. I registered as well. So like, if I get my registry or whatever before,
if I get my registration beforehand, which I might, I'll also give it to you if you want.
Yeah.
Because I literally bought 2 by accident, and I bought his second one from him.
Really nice.
Yeah.
He hooked me up as well because he got his invite, and he was like, "I got 8 hours to make this decision." I'm like, "I got you. Let's do this."
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know how that works, so in a different country.
Yeah. Well, they don't even sell them in my country, so it's been a thing. I was pretty much screwed for like a couple months if I didn't get anything. All right, we're starting. Let's go. Damn. That's good. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It is the peoples. The peoples are here.
Peoples.
Yeah.
It's a weird face to come in on. I was all like moving my lips around. My lip was itching.
It's Father's Day. You get away with it. It's fine.
Yeah, I can look like an idiot today. It's fine.
Yeah, that's how it works. Today is your day.
On that here, you are allowed to look silly.
Hello,
Actually, you're
everybody.
also just allowed to look silly.
Welcome.
I'm gonna end up in jail if I only get one day.
Welcome to episode 4 of Herbs and Spices, assuming I didn't get the count wrong.
Counting is for nerds.
I know, right? Vados, what do you have to say about today?
Welcome to episode 4 of Herbs and Spices. Today we will be making fun of Xbox's upcoming titles. I mean, ... Reviewing game trailers from the recent Xbox showcase.
I see.
Our host experiments today the hard-to-delete virus, Hexadecimal, the king of the marbles, Optimatron, and the voidling that never sleeps, Sigmund Freud. Enjoy today's social tests. You will be graded later.
Oh.
How dare.
Tron. One day, Gladys will say your
So
name
good.
correctly.
You gotta change the I to 2 E's, so it's Optimatron.
Is that the bot for Portal? Yeah, that's the one up there, right above me. Yeah, that's Gladys.
I don't know what Portal is. Never played Portal.
I don't know what Portal is. All right, cool.
I think Portal 2 was
me when I lie.
The cake is a lie or something.
Or something.
Or something.
Who's ever played like good games before? I mean, like, man, it's crazy. Hello, everybody. It is Xbox Showcase time. I have heard lukewarm things about this.
I love lukewarm. Let me just drink my lukewarm water.
As a person who doesn't play Xbox stuff unless it shows up on my PC, and even then I'm just like,
There's one thing that I think I'm hype about with the new Xbox news. There's one thing, and I'm sure we'll get to it at some point today. But I think it's a great idea.
All right, let's start off with the first trailer.
We're jumping right in, everybody.
Outer Worlds 2. I mean, to be fair, Outer Worlds 1 was a pretty good game.
Fallout in space, essentially. I've always wanted to play it.
It's definitely better than the space game that
Bethesda put out.
Bethesda made.
Yes.
It's telling that we can't even remember the name.
Hold on, I'm gonna go play the first one real quick so I can make fun of this trailer. I heard it was pretty short. I heard it wasn't as long as the typical like Fallout games.
Yeah, it also is made by a much smaller team, so I'm okay with that. Maybe 2 will be a lot longer. That'd be nice. But we'll see.
One more open world.
Yeah. Gotta improve that
So
market
far,
share.
I mean, like, nothing is really jumping out at me as, like,
It looks a little bit like
Bioshock?
Yeah.
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 Okay, it looks very much like Bioshock.
It's very Bioshock Infinite E.
Yeah.
So maybe it's
Bioshock
relatable to Bioshock. Yeah. Diet Bioshock.
Diet Bioshock.
I like that Overlord, like the lady with the big hair. I do like that. But yeah, okay, and then we got...
This is even similar to Bioshock's trailer. This is hilarious.
Yeah. Was there a slowdown? I think there was a slow-mo function in Bioshock.
With a song and everything.
But I mean, like, as far as like the designs of the building and stuff, it seems like they tried to make it like kind of unique on its own. But
cyberpunky in design.
Yeah.
Not cyberpunk, steampunky in design.
Steampunk, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, was that the exploding gel from Batman Arkham Asylum?
Kind of looked like it.
I do like
Okay, that's
the
funny.
vibe kind of all over the place.
So I do like the idea of just taking a bunch of stuff from other games that you enjoyed and just kind of meshing it together. I think it needs to be done right. That guy was throwing up.
Yeah, that's true.
It happens.
So that was cool. They just melted.
I mean, it looks like a fun game. Like, I heard the last one was good. I can't say that one looked bad. It just...
Honestly, yeah. I think this looks like it could be a pretty decent game. Just again, the environments and stuff didn't seem like... It seemed like the color palettes were pleasing. It looked like nice, but it still didn't jump out as something that would like just be mind-blowing, that would stand apart from the competition.
Like, they have a very definitive
I wouldn't
style,
buy
and,
it,
like,
but if it's free to play on Xbox Game Pass,
yeah,
you know, like
I
everything, like the only selling market price thing that they have on Xbox. If it's free on Xbox, I'll play it. Like, what? That's like the only thing Microsoft has going for it these days. Is it on
true.
Game Pass?
Like-
If it's not on Game Pass, it's a bad game.
it has its style. It does, like, it pulls its style through pretty much consistently, but nothing really stands out as like this is the one big thing that makes it all come together. I think
Yeah,
like
Right.
there's nothing
I
that
agree
makes
with
it
that.
be like this is why we have this style. It's just we have the vibe. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It very much just looks like a game that we'll get there. Don't ruin the spoilers. We'll get there.
Did you guys, because the name of the title is official story trailer, could you tell at all what the story was other than you
I
just
mean,
tearing through?
Besides, this is about capitalism.
Yeah.
It's about capitalism. That's what the story is about.
Overthrow the government. That's it.
Yeah, I mean,
Rain later. I mean, what?
soon. It's fine. All right. I mean, it's all right. I'll look forward to reviews for that one just to see what it's up. Let's see. This is High on Life 2. Okay, I have opinions about this one. We'll wait for that after the trailer.
It sounds familiar, but I don't.
High
think I
on
remember the
Life was
first
a
one.
really wacky game with wacky jokes that is like completely.
It was very wacky, TM.
It's
Wait, was that the Justin Roiland game?
Yes, the one that like the Rick
Oh,
and Morty actors were in it
yeah.
and everything. It's like
Yeah.
the entire like writing team, I think, was part of it. I'm pretty
I
sure
do
they're
know.
very involved with the second one as well. But it was very much just like this Rick and Morty, but a video game with the same jokes and humor.
Very shock value. Yeah, I
Very
did. I will say
poopy
that from the first one, I really liked the animation style. I thought they did really well with making it clean, but also it was very trippy at the same time.
I mean,
Like they did a good
it's
job
gonna
with
be
the
interesting
animation.
because like they've lost 2 of their voice actors for this series, as far as I understand. That they don't have the guy who played the original Gun, which he was like the main character.
But there's like
Um,
17 other people that have the exact same voice. Like, aren't they like 4 more seasons into Rick and Morty since they've been removed?
No, like this is a different thing. This is this isn't Rick. It's a different person. The one who plays Morty. He was like the Gun in the original series, but then for some
Right.
reason when they did DLC, he wasn't he wasn't in it anymore. Like they like killed him off somehow off screen, and they don't talk about why. So it's a little weird. They kind of just killed off basically the main character in the series. I have no idea what happened.
Maybe we'll find out in the trailer.
Maybe. Let's find out. Like, I'm pretty sure it was a contracting thing, but we'll find out.
There was hold on before you hit play. There was another show where they're aliens. Oh, it's okay. Let it play.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzaprin.
Oh yeah, Humanzaprin. I take that shit every day.
Got to. Mental health is important.
Gotta feel human.
All right, so this already looks way different than the first one.
There's no way this game is about skateboarding. I swear to God, if it is. Oh my God, it actually might be.
Yeah. Listen.
Tony Hawk.
If you throw skateboarding in there,
too.
if you throw skateboarding in there, it's automatically gonna score points with the younger crowd.
The younger kids even care about skateboarding anymore.
They do. Have you not? Dude, skateboarding is insane from what it used to be. There's so much crazy stuff. Yeah. Yeah, little 8-year-old Japanese kids doing like 1220s now and like blowing Tony Hawk's records out of the water. It's insane.
Pills.
They're doing what with Tony Hawk?
His records?
Humans are barely sentient. I agree.
I see what you're saying. It does look kind of like Oddworld, Lich.
Yeah. I have no idea anything to say about this because literally they didn't explain anything. They just showcased a bunch of shooting.
Yeah, we don't know if that's a cinematic or if that's actual gameplay. So
yeah, I don't know. Is the skateboarding a core mechanic now? They didn't sell us anything.
thanks for the vague video, Xbox.
Pretty much. Thanks for the vague video. I have no idea what any of that means. I can't tell if it's the same character from the first series or what. Like, is it
definitely not. I don't think that's the same character.
I don't know.
It sure is wacky.
It sure is wacky, yo. Look at that skateboarding. 360 no scope. Anyway,
that turtle was a flamethrower.
Turtle was a flamethrower. I mean, I don't discount like High on Life. I think it's a fun series. It doesn't take itself seriously, which I think is fine. I think it's fine to have comedy games. They're not my cup of tea. I don't know. It really depends. I don't mind like games that have comedy in them. Like,
hold on.
Doom is a pretty good example of that.
Serious Sam. I played all the Serious Sams back in the day when they came out, and they were so good. The commentary was amazing.
Serious Sam's
being
a
kid
great franchise. Like,
yeah.
I would say that this is probably on par with that. Like, just like it being just a shooter, not serious thing where you just go and do crazy shit. Yeah, it's probably on the same level. Serious Sam. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. It's not a bad series, and the second one will probably do well too. The first one did really well. Yeah, I guess we'll see. We'll see. It
came out like right after the scandal started. I was gonna say,
if I can do a kickflip and shoot somebody in the head with a sniper rifle, I mean, I might play this game. I mean,
right. What I was gonna say before the video started was that there was another series with Justin Roiland who voiced one of the main characters. I can't remember the name of it, but they're all aliens that land on Earth and live in suburbia. And whenever the scandal happened, he got fired from the show. And so the next season came out and they had hired a British voice actor to take over the role. And they just, they explained that something happened and it made the character voice British. And then they were just not going to fix it. And that was just how it was going to be from now. He's British now.
To be fair, depending on the vibe of whatever show that is, that's the best way you can play it off. I don't know. Something happened. He's British now.
He's British now.
Like being British is some sort of disease. It's spreading.
I have learned the other day that you can surgically remove French.
Not feeling so good. All of a sudden, I want some crumpets and tea. Oh God.
I'm not feeling so
Make myself some tea.
I grew a monocle. Oh Jesus, governor! I don't know what's going on.
So
Blimey.
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 Oh, bollocks.
Bollocks.
Oh, bollocks.
So good.
All right. I don't know what the hell this is, so let's go.
Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy.
It's a long title. I don't know what it means. I'm
Did
assuming
that just say
zombies.
It just said likely mature 17 plus. We don't know, but it's likely.
They haven't got ESR rated, I guess, yet.
Probably.
They wanted to show something off.
I don't know. There's fire. It's probably mature.
Kids probably don't need to play this.
Usually, M-rated games get played by more kids than the E-rated games.
It's true.
So far, this looks like some sort of
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed, yeah.
Oh no, stabby.
Okay, now we've done like 2 different areas. There was Rome into Venice. This is I guess Roman Colosseum.
So is she the plague and she just goes to different countries killing people? Is that?
That's a good question.
Is that
Yeah.
the lore?
Is this ancient Rome with zombies? Because I'd play the shit out of that.
That would be pretty dope.
Ancient Rome, zombies, Romebies. No, don't.
Because like I would love to see the zombie trope used in like a different setting than just modern times.
That's cool,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
That explained nothing.
Yeah.
That explained absolutely nothing. I didn't even get to know if it was about zombies. I heard zombie moaning.
Did hear zombie moaning. We saw the giant cow god, so that was cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I love giant cow gods.
that one really didn't explain anything in the series. It showed off some like aesthetic stuff, and it did not show anything off. I could have assumed that was a Assassin's Creed game just by that trailer and nothing else.
Yeah, I know. There was nothing. There was nothing to go off of there.
They didn't
Yeah.
really show anything. There's like, here's a couple of landscapes. Oh yeah, this person's in some sort of tomb-looking thing, and creepy moan sound, and that's it. What? And then like,
50 Marvel lesbians. What?
wait, what?
I was going to comment on that.
Like, it's
There's-
Pride. It's Pride Month, okay?
It is
True.
Pride Month. I didn't know there was 50 of them. I'm interested now. So-
All right. Well, we know what we're doing now. No click. 21 minutes of 50 Marvel lesbians.
Let's go. That's
all
how I want to spend my
But
Saturday,
it would probably
Sunday.
still be a better podcast than looking at all the Xbox trailers.
right.
Probably. We've gotten no information, no gameplay so
So
far.
far,
I'm
we've
pretty
really
sure.
gotten some very odd. Oh my god! Okay, there's a game coming up. I'm actually excited for. Holy shit! We're not there yet though.
Holy.
All right, so this is a thing that exists apparently.
This is the one thing that I am excited for, and I would never
So-
get it because they don't do handheld gaming. But I'm excited for this.
The reason I'd actually consider getting it is for 2 reasons. One, it's basically a better Steam Deck, and it has a dock so you can play it like a Switch.
Yeah.
So for me, as a streamer, putting all of the gaming pressure onto a console, it makes it so much easier to stream games. And if I can just play my
Yes.
Steam games on this and Xbox games, I actually have a pretty good reason to buy this, honestly. Because then I can just have all of the game stuff on there and then have my computer just
And
for the
we-
PC stuff.
I do like their marketing, how shady the marketing is for it though. They're like, you can play PlayStation exclusives on an Xbox device because it connects to Steam. And I'm like, at that point, like, no, it's not really playing PlayStation exclusives. If it's on Steam, it's no longer a PlayStation exclusive because you can get it on PC.
Pretty
So it's
much.
not
Really?
really.
But it is pretty funny that they did that.
I haven't seen any of these yet. I need to stress.
I just heard about this. I haven't looked into it.
Oh, it's. I think it is pretty cool.
I just know that it's stronger than the Steam Deck.
Well, what's crazy is I think they came out with a ROG Ally last year, right?
Yeah, this is but the Rogue Ally was just its own company thing. Like they didn't
Right.
have a brand. It was basically just a generic Windows like gaming handheld, and it didn't do amazing from what I understand, which is probably why they partnered up with Xbox.
Probably, yeah. I
It's a
want to
much
know
better brand
what's
deal for them.
with this video. Was it made out of glass at first?
It looked like it. That handheld grip looks painful as hell, by the way. I don't like it.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't.
Oh my god,
yeah,
it's a Silk Song.
It's like playing the original Xbox controller. Those things were gigantic.
I'd probably never play this in handheld mode.
See, that's the thing. Even it looks cool. Honestly, they look big, but it doesn't look like it'd be that difficult to play it in handheld mode. I just don't do enough handheld gaming.
Yeah.
I don't travel enough, and then when I do travel, I'm usually doing something. So,
Yeah. Like I said, the only reason I'd have this
Have a
is just so I
question.
can play games in there without ever fucking my PC up for streaming. Like make it
Right.
just more streamlined for my streaming setup.
The only question I have is it cheaper than the
No, it is
Steam
it
Deck?
is like $800.
whew,
Okay. Oh, I was interested. I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
we are entering a new era of console bullshittery.
Yeah, as far as like they haven't actually put a price out for it yet, but like the estimates are $700 to $800. Just because of what's in it and stuff and like the power of it. It's just it can't be competitively priced with Switches like at all. Like so
That's
that's
what I
not
didn't
happening.
think. But Steam Deck, I was
Yeah.
thinking if it's how expensive is the Steam Deck again?
The Steam Deck is 500. I think it's around 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's more
Um,
than
That's why I keep
200,
saying like
then
the Switch 2 the Switch 2 still being under like 500 is pretty freaking good.
So the
Yeah.
only upside to getting this versus the Steam Deck really is the Xbox exclusive games that we have no information on other than a couple of vague
I would say the
previews.
only reason to get that over the Steam Deck is that it has new technology and better stuff and it has better tech. Like it's got better stuff in it and it will probably last a lot longer. But I think the Steam Deck 2 is going to come out in a few years. Cough, cough.
It's so skeptical. I'm so skeptical of like first gen console because like technically this would be like a first gen console for
I would say
Xbox.
that. And Xbox is notoriously bad at first gen consoles.
Yes, that the one saving grace is that Republic of Gamers has decided that it's worthy enough for them to slap their logo on there. And honestly, everything that I have owned or seen or used that has the ROG logo on it has always done really well. Like I have not had anything crap out of me, but I've read some pretty bad reviews on some stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that one, Les Kirby. I don't think it's gonna be just $50 more than a Switch. I think it's gonna be like $200 or $300 more, because that's kind of what like Xbox always did. They don't base their market off of like people coming new to buy their stuff. They base their market completely off of who already buys Xbox stuff.
That is 100% true.
Like,
I mean, that is also a good point
I
though.
don't
At
see-
$800,
I don't see this handheld being cheaper than the 6 at the minimum. 6 to 7, like as the lowest I can see.
I don't see anybody buying a handheld for 800. Look at the Google Glasses came out with their VR stuff, right? And it was like $1,000 for one of those
To be
headsets.
fair, Google
And I
Glasses
mean,
sucked ass.
that's my point. That's my point. And people
but yeah,
are still buying it.
I don't think it will do well if it's more than 700.
I don't
Even
even
700 is already
if
insane.
it ends
Yeah.
up being a comparable price to the Switch 2, I think it's more likely to sell. If it's not, which I don't think it will be, we'll see. As far as I've seen, estimates online are like 700 plus. Like, and that's from like tech people who like know what the chips are worth and things like that.
Yeah.
Like they're estimating this as like, and one thing I will point out is that Nintendo always takes like almost a loss on their consoles to make sure that they're cheaper. So like the Switch 2 cost for what it is exactly what the system basically costs to make. Maybe make $20 on every console, like maybe, and then like they make most of their money from software. That's kind of how Nintendo always worked. Xbox and PlayStation are not the same. They do not take losses on their consoles. They will make sure that they make profit on those
That's
things.
actually not true. That's actually not true. They usually do take losses, which is a sign of how expensive their consoles are.
I mean,
yeah, it's been
I don't know.
usually that
I don't know about
Nintendo's
that
the only one.
because PlayStation Pro is worth what $700, and it definitely isn't $700 worth of like difference between like the original one.
It's usually initially a loss, but they later make it back, from what I understand. which is weird, but you know.
I think they used to take more of a loss, Glitch Kirby. I think you're correct. I think PlayStation and Xbox slowly moved that margin up.
I think it's
But I
still
think-
too damn high.
But I think also the pros are usually where the pro versions of the consoles is usually where they make it up as well.
Yeah,
or try
they
to
start
make it up.
selling the pro versions and getting like, hand over fist for barely higher things that they could have probably just gotten on the original console if they just uncapped them. You know, because people don't realize that a lot of times PlayStations and Xboxes are capped, and they aren't overclocked at
Yeah.
all. And then they bring out the pros, and then all of a sudden the pros just run so much better. Weird. And
But
they,
yeah, also Nintendo just is the only one who really consistently is just, yeah, this is how much a console is worth, and this is how much we are charging.
yeah,
So the
Like-
base mod.
They
Go
never
ahead, Zuby.
lose money on their consoles, but they also never like.
yeah. They,
push it
mostly
much
Nintendo
further.
makes money off of software, which is another reason people are confused on why their software is expensive this time. So we'll see how that goes.
I know that they wouldn't do it. I mean, they may not make as much money off of it as they want to, but I definitely don't think they're taking losses anywhere. Because then, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Well,
they're making.
we'll have to
they're
see because
making a
right
ton of
now
money.
we're riding the high of like the console launch for them, and they're doing really well. But most of the consoles that sold were the ones that came with Mario Kart, so they took a loss on that being quote unquote $80, and everyone getting it for $50 basically. Because that's kind of how you got it with the bundle. It's $50 like extra. So bam, like
Yeah,
that's a big discount. That's what most
that's a
people
lot
want.
of. That's
I
a
don't
lot
know,
of
they
the
still
things they're doing right now, like
The-
Yeah.
where they are like,
Their stocks
have
are
a
up.
cheap way of
Like
getting it
Nintendo
if you
stocks are
need
up like quite a bit
somehow
right now.
I mean, they still sold out of the console without
Yeah.
the bundle too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you know what?
I think
Every
that-
single one of
I
those
think
people
that's
is
just
going to
'cause-
turn around. They're gonna
Yeah,
buy Mario
I think,
Kart.
I think it's mostly just because people
exactly
people
their
couldn't
plan,
get
I
the
think.
copy with Mario Kart, so they're like, fuck it, $30. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like me who
Yeah.
who bought a console, paid $600 and then has to pay $250 more for it to get here.
And then 10 years from now, Mario Kart World is still going to be $80.
Exactly, true. That's all right. They'll bring out Mario
Twilight
Kart
Princess
World
on the
Deluxe.
Wii is still $60.
I know, right? All right. I think that console could be good, like a handheld, but we'll see. I guess we'll just see when the
Yeah.
prices are revealed. I don't like that they're like, it comes out in like 6 months, but we don't have prices for it yet. That's always unnerving.
Yeah, I think the price is the only thing that determines if this thing is worth it or not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you said about the stockholders, they got to make their stockholders happy, so they have to put out something. So they're like, here's a very vague video that just looks really pretty,
Yeah.
but we're not going to give you any other information.
That's kind of like every Xbox trailer for everything so far. Here's a vague representation of
Yes.
what our game could be. Please send money.
Ooh, this game's about what would happen if Legolas became a vampire.
Apparently. Bandai Namco? What the hell?
Banco.
It's
Nam-
Bandai and they couldn't come up with a cooler name than Dawnwalker?
I mean,
think
they're
it's Blood
they're
of
just
the
a
Dawnwalker.
publisher.
All right, the graphics, whatever's going on in the background there, was that Voldemort?
Watching from the shadows.
Could be.
And when we were at our
Oh god,
weakest,
vampire children.
they came out into the
All
light.
right.
We feared for our lives. But we should have feared for our souls
Minute.
instead.
Okay. Blood Moon.
The
Gotta love
vampires
it.
didn't come to kill us.
Oh, good god.
No. They came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle.
Alright. We got Bloodborne 2. Got it.
Yep.
They tried to change me
On anything
into
but
one of them,
PlayStation.
but I became something else instead.
Oh, it's Bloodborne Assassin's Creed. Cool.
Their worst nightmare.
Blood Assassin's Creed.
It's just third person
He's
V
stuck
Rising.
walking up the wall. That looks so fucking
Trapped
funny.
between two worlds.
Sure, the vampire thing though.
Score. Fighting
It's
to
like I can
understand
go out in the day and the nighttime.
behind it all.
He is out there watching,
All right. I like. Finally, we're getting to see some gameplay in one of these trailers.
I
feel like we're seeing some of.
This game does look very Assassin's Creed with vampires, but I don't mind that. It doesn't look bad. It almost looks like Shadow of Mordor a little bit.
Kind of, yeah. I get that as well.
I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't really think it impresses me either. Like, it looks good.
It doesn't look like anything new that I've seen except for stealth walking up walls.
I got it. It looks like Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Yeah, a little bit.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Without the like Shadow of Colossus Titan mechanics, but it definitely reminds me of Castlevania.
That's fair. At least we got to see gameplay there. I get, yeah. It doesn't look like there's anything unique about it. Like, it just looks.
It still has a really dumb name, though. I don't like the name.
I kind of agree. The Blood of Dawn Walker does sound pretty bad.
It is a
People
name
sat
for
around
game.
a table and decided that was going to be the name of the game.
I am excited about this next game because I didn't know it was being developed, but I am a huge fan of the original game.
Oh.
Super Meat Boy.
Oh, what?
3D. Yo, Super Meat Boy is one of the only games I have ever 100%ed. Every achievement for the original game. Yes.
GG to that.
I
yeah,
fucking
GG.
loved
That game's
that
hard.
game. That game was so fun. I loved Super Meat Boy. Like, oh man. I am excited about this. This is like Meat Boy becoming Super Mario World, or Super Mario 64. What the fuck? You got a pipe?
Pac-Man 3D.
They just made a Mario 64 reference. That's hilarious.
They sure did.
Oh boy, dude, this looks sick.
Yeah, it does. This looks amazing.
Oh my god. This definitely looks like the original, but in 3D. Like, that's great. I like that they kept the art style, but made it three-dimensional. That's really cool. Dude, that looks fucking awesome!
That sure is.
Boss fights now? That's sick. It does remind me of like the jump to Pac-Man 3D from the original Pac-Man.
Dang.
That's
All right, that's we're streaming that one.
that's good.
Oh, you got to get Xbox Games Pass though.
Yeah, that shit's coming on PC for sure.
Yes, you know it.
See you on.
You know it will
See
be.
you on Steam, bitch.
See you on Steam.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh shit, that was fucking cool. All right, let's load up a couple more trailers. Damn, I didn't.
I love the thumbnails.
I didn't know that was coming
It's just-
out. That's fucking cool.
That is really cool. I also really love that thumbnail. It's just Vegeta smiling and it says antidepressants.
Antidepressant.
It's true.
And
Also, another game I didn't know was coming out. What the fuck?
I think I knew that is going to come out soon.
Dude, I didn't know.
It's weird that it's weird that it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. Were the old
They've
ones
always
Xbox
been-
exclusive?
Yeah, they've always
Have
been.
they?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think they've ever been on anything but Xbox. I kind of want them to bring them out on Steam. God damn it, bring all the old ones out on Steam, please.
Wasn't the original Ninja Gaiden? Wasn't it Nintendo?
No. I mean, I guess it was like the originals
Like
are
the
on
old
Steam.
ones.
Like the really old ones, yeah. But when they went to 3D, they became Xbox for like ages. They've been Xbox
Wow.
for every game since 3D.
I did not know
even
that.
DOA's been that way. Dead or Alive.
It is on Steam?
I didn't know the original ones were on Steam. That's sick. I gotta buy those because I love the original Ninja Gaidens. What so hard, but like one of the most satisfying games I've played in ages.
Wait, Dead or Alive is an Xbox exclusive too? Because I thought that was PlayStation early
No,
on.
that's Xbox too. That was Xbox for
That's
a long
wild.
time. Yeah, I think they did eventually like let on more than one console, but it was like the first couple of Dead or Alive were just on Xbox.
I have one of them. I
There's the
think I have
Master
the Beach
Collection? Oh my
Paradise
God.
one on. I think I have the Beach Paradise one on PSP
So yeah,
somewhere.
Ninja Gaiden's right up there with like one of my favorite like old series, just because it was brutally hard. It was very fun. Its lore makes absolutely no sense, but who cared? Like no one cared, and it was just
Yeah.
fun. It was also like back in the heyday when Dead or Alive was actually a good fighting game, and it didn't just like turn into crap like it is now.
Fan service, yeah.
It's not even fan service anymore. They just went the horrible route of trying to sell you every single character instead of like just making it a game. Like you had to buy every character individually in the last game. It was awful. Awful. I mean, a huge cash grab. It was terrible. Well, hopefully this is better than that.
Watch your back, Yakumo. You're a wanted criminal now.
Nice, Kirby.
3? Hell, that's cool.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission.
Oh, first character we saw, we got boobs.
Ooh.
It's definitely Ninja Gaiden.
He's got a fucking spear.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free.
A drill spear.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the change of weapon here.
This looks a little less like Ninja Gaiden though, and a lot more like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, Devil May Cry or like Bayonetta. It looks very Sega.
Yeah.
Sega Capcom style.
It definitely looks like they took more from like Devil May Cry because like it didn't used to look like this exactly. It definitely looks like they're trying to make it faster paced.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the original game was more like Sekiro in a lot of ways, and with like combos.
That's a shark with a face.
Oh good god, that's a demon shark. Terrifying.
That was hot.
I do love Devil May
What?
Cry, so I'm not
What?
I'm not upset about this at all.
Yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah, no, this does look really cool.
Yeah.
Like it's different, but
The Dark Dragon is mine.
So who is this character? 'Cause that's not the same guy from all the other Ninja Gaidens. Here we go. Does it say his name?
Play it
No.
day one with Game Pass.
With Game Pass. Let's go. Game
with
Pass.
Game Pass. And once again, see you on Steam.
Yeah,
Oh,
see
yeah,
you
it's already on Steam,
bitch. Pre-orders already on Steam, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. I never got to play 3, so I want to play 3 at some point. But 1 and 2, I love those damn games. It's so hard, so fun. I hope they're still challenging because, like, the one thing about Devil May Cry is that they're not very challenging. At some point, you just kind of get crazy OP. But like, Ninja Gaiden, everything was always hard forever. Like those games are just challenging. Or Ninja Gaiden, sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
It's faster and bloodier.
Faster and bloodier.
According to that thumbnail, Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to be faster and bloodier.
Yeah, I mean,
Bloody.
I agree.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it took some Devil May Cry for its new version, so we'll see how that goes. Indiana Jones?
Ugh.
The series is still not dead somehow.
Gross.
It's a Bethesda game? What the fuck?
And Lucasfilm.
I mean, they just own the copyright to this franchise at this point. So.
It looks really pretty, but
If it's an open world, it'd be kind of fun, but I doubt it. It has reviews already, what?
Yeah, it is already out. Like, I've seen people play it. It's okay.
This is where it starts.
it looks kind of like Uncharted.
Beneath the streets of Rome.
Like a really
Wait,
polished
did they actually get Harrison
Uncharted.
Ford to do the voice?
Enter the city of Antioch.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Find the secret relic.
That or someone who's
Believe
just really
it's
good at it.
actually
Bring it
someone
back to
doing
the
a
holy
really good
scene.
voice. I
Defend
don't remember.
the secret.
I think the voice actor was
They
like
worshipped the
at the Game
giants.
Awards with Harrison Ford.
Ah.
Oh, so it's just a guy that
Harrison-
sounds like Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's wild.
Also, Harrison Ford looked like he was very
He's
much.
too old. He was just in the new
Unsure.
Captain America. He's still
Yeah.
acting.
He was just a new. He was the Red Hulk. So that look kind of like
Play it now with
Nothing.
Game Pass.
It sure was. It sure was Indiana Jones. Might as well watch a movie though.
It sure was a Indiana Jones trailer. That's for sure.
Lich said cough.
All right. Well, I can't say anything about that other than that was a trailer.
It
Yeah.
sure was one of the trailers of all time.
Yeah.
I just hate that they keep just milking franchises, because like something like that, you can definitely look at it, and again, the graphics look pretty, but it's at the end of the day, it's a cash grab. It's not for the love of the game. You know what I mean?
But then, like, then the last showcase for PlayStation did 007, and I was like, oh, 007 again, man. They can't compete with the Hitman series at this point. The Hitman series is just too good. Like, how is they gonna make 007 good? And then they were like, oh yeah, this is made by the Hitman series people, and I'm like, ah!
So now you know it's gonna be good.
So now I'm just like, holy shit, it might be a good James Bond game. So now I actually look forward to that. But this kind of looks generic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
does.
probably gonna be okay, but it's not. It's not gonna be something I would
If
ever
you're
be
a fan
interested
of
in.
Indiana Jones,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
this might be for you, all 12 of you that still exist. What do you think there are? How many like fans compared to like Indiana Jones to like Tomb Raider do you think exists? Like what do you think the disparity there is? Like, are there
there's probably
more Tomb Raider or more Indiana Jones fans?
Oh God, that's hard.
That's
because I mean they're different demographics, right? So
Are
like you got a lot of
they?
older, you got a lot of older people that grew up with Indiana Jones in the movies, but have never touched a video game. They don't know anything about.
We're talking
Tomb
about
Raider.
video games. This is purely who's buying that video game.
Purely video games, Tomb Raider. Definitely more people are buying Tomb Raider than Indiana Jones,
But
for sure.
would you be
100%.
surprised that there are more Indiana Jones games than Tomb Raider?
There's no way there's more Indiana Jones games than Tomb Raider games. Hold on.
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
There might actually be. There's been a lot of Indiana Jones games.
To be fair, there are probably a lot of like early movie video games when movie video games were like
19 officially released Indiana Jones video games.
Yep, sounds about right.
I still think there's more Tomb Raider. Hold up. 20 by 1. Tomb Raider's got it by 1.
Oh, damn.
By 1.
Damn.
And how many of those are re-releases?
Oh, no, there's 11. There is 11. The others are remakes. Those don't count.
Yeah, I don't think remakes count. They have to be original games. Tomb Raider had a bunch of side games. Like there was like a mobile Tomb Raider game that came out at one point. Plus there were like offshoot games that came out.
It's still surprising, even if we
Osiris.
count the remakes. It's still surprising that they're that close.
Right.
True.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's 19 Indiana Jones video games.
Yep. All right. Beast of Reincarnation. All right. This is the anime apparently. Let's go.
Wait, look who it was made by.
Wait, who was it made by?
I don't know if it's shown in the trailer. I'll wait until the end.
Is that a dead body? Oh wow.
Sure was.
Aw. Tree. I am Groot.
Tree spirit.
Is
Game Freak? What?
What?
Excuse me? Is this the new Pokemon game, guy?
No, but is this a hyper realistic Princess Mononoke? What's going on here? She's got a wolf, right? She had a wolf in Princess Mononoke. They fought the tree thing.
This sure is
at the end, the tree deer.
sure is very Sekiro right now.
Yeah.
I would play this.
Can I catch some with Pokeballs?
Can she emote? Does she have the ability to emote? She just got thrown off the back of that thing and her face didn't even change.
She is very stoic.
I like how the wolf companion has done absolutely nothing but just hype. The wolf's just there to hype up the fight.
Beast of Reincarnation. I mean, that game looks interesting.
Yeah, it does. I would play this 100%.
Just because like the lore looks interesting. This is like 4,000 years into the future for what it was saying. So like
It
there's
sure
like
doesn't look like a Game Freak game though.
it does not
Sure
look
does
like
not
a Game
look like
Freak
a
game.
Game Freak game.
Hey, Game Freak,
Like,
the graphics and everything look really good in that game. Could you fucking do that to Pokemon?
Yeah, seriously, what's up? What's up?
Even Pokemon aside, all the other like Game Freak games don't look like this.
No, every other Game Freak game is very cartoon, cell shaded stuff. They don't normally make
Yeah.
hyper realistic.
Well, because they're marketing it to kids. Again, you gotta pay attention to the target demographic, right? It's cool that
But, like,
there's a lot of adults that still play Pokemon, but they are still trying to market it to children so then they can trap them for the rest of their lives.
True.
My point is not just Pokemon. Game Freak did make other games before that. Like, also before this, like, made other games. But also, even then, most of these are targeted to children. That's exactly my point. This is not a Game Freak game.
Yeah, this is different.
Game Freak made freaking Tembo the Badass Elephant.
Yeah, I don't recognize a lot of these games. Smart Ball, Nantan, Ishu, Kuro. They made a Yoshi game.
I
Drill
think
Dozer.
this is an interesting sidestep for them. I don't know the success rate for this game because this is a different departure for them. Like they've never made a game like this. This is kind of ambitious for Game Freak, to be fairly honest.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I don't know how much of that is also outsourced. Like, I don't know how much. Of
I don't
that is
know.
actually Game
It
Freak's
didn't
main
it
team and
didn't say any
Yeah.
other studio, so it has to just be 100%
Yeah.
in house, right?
I don't know.
Because usually they would say other studios if they're involved, but it doesn't look like it. It's not like they're just the publisher. If they were just a publisher, it'd just be like, you know, they would just come up with their name
It's
and be
really
like
weird
published
that
by.
this-
Interesting. I'm keeping that one on my radar because it's quite interesting.
Yeah, no matter how it turns out, it is interesting.
Yeah.
Just because it exists.
I also want to point out, just a very specific, that was not a Nintendo game.
Yes. I mean, it's also not the first non-Nintendo Game Freak game.
It's a little weird though because like Game Freak is like owned like 50% by Nintendo.
No,
Or is that Pokemon Company?
Pokemon Company. It's complicated. Pokemon Company is owned by like Creatures Inc., Nintendo, and Game Freak, but I don't know how exactly this
it's like a
relationship
combination.
works.
Well, I remember they like
It's
basically
weird.
broke up the Pokemon franchise, so Game Freak wouldn't have like 100% control over it. But yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like trying to get under control who has a say in that franchise, but it's weird because
Yeah.
again, there's also a lot of overlap between those three companies because they kind of all started with Nintendo, but all like kind of. It's weird. It's very weird.
Well, that's that one's at least something to look into. I'm excited for that one.
So I found an article about it, and it says that Game Freak is breaking a 10-year tradition by releasing this game, but it doesn't say what that tradition was. But it does show that they did tease this game back in 2023 under a different name, Project Bloom, which sounds kind of familiar, but I don't remember exactly seeing it.
Because I mentioned it, Tembo the Badass Elephant also wasn't published by Nintendo. It was published by Sega.
Interesting.
That is interesting. That's wild. Well, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to try and play that game. So at least there's 2 games so far that I would like actually
2
really
games
play.
out of 50 so far. Then. I think it's more like 3 games. I think I'm interested in the Ninja Gaiden and the Super Meat Boy. I think both of those are probably up there. The one by Game Freak, I've got that on my radar, but I don't know if I'd buy it. I'd have to see more gameplay and see more about it because it looks a lot like Sekiro, and Sekiro's a hard game, and I really like how hard Sekiro is. But also, it's hard to capture that kind of magic that Sekiro has without it being a bad game. It takes a very specific way to make a game.
That's how you end up with Neo.
Yeah.
I care about Beast of Reincarnation less from the perspective of it as a game and more about it as a Game Freak project.
Yeah. I like that they're
Like
going
the
in more
quote-unquote
directions.
historical
So
context.
I also just kind of like please put that energy into Pokemon, please, please.
Yeah.
Give me a
That's why I'm
Pokemon game
curious
that
what
looks like that.
team is actually working on this, right?
Yeah. All right. Now we got another one. Clockwork Revolution. We're back to steampunk again, guys. BioShock 3 again.
BioShock 3 Part 2.
The
Electric
glittering
Boogaloo.
streets
seen
of
that-
Avalon sure
I
do
think I've seen
shine,
that game at
because
the
they
Game
sent
Awards
their filth down
last
to
year.
us.
Clockwork Revolution.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
I just love when people
does
just
sound
have
familiar.
random shit on their bodies for no reason.
Yeah.
Here's to
What does that do?
mud.
The ultimate steampunk guns.
1895 looks different.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you.
They have robots.
All right, so this game is going to be set in 1895, but everybody has cell phones and cars.
And as sure as shite ain't for the decent.
They got robots.
They do have robots.
Remember, everybody,
The pissed off doll.
get angry at capitalism.
The knob.
Lord Griswick. Yes, I got that part.
I mean, I will say that graphically this game looks pretty.
It does.
Yeah.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Borderlands a little bit.
The humor is partially
We
there.
can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
Which, no disrespect to the fan base, but
I do like how the
Go ahead.
robots look. They look really neat.
They do.
Yeah. I agree.
Was very quick, agile. Go on.
But I did not like Borderlands at all.
I see.
It reminds me of a movie I watched.
Alright, so you
ages
can look
ago.
like anything. I'm disappointed that you can't look like a robot. That's
Breaking in's
unfair.
the easy part.
That is unfair.
Why?
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
He's peeing himself.
So this is basically like
Worthless and dull. Just
It is another like BioShock Infinite style. Looks
yeah,
like.
I think it might be closer to like BioShock Thief, like BioShock and Thief having a baby.
Sounds like
Yeah.
I'll get a better deal.
Yeah.
talk to me first.
It reminds me of the movie Hugo Cabret, which I watched like ages ago. I don't know if that movie is good or not, but I liked it. Why?
Anything else you'd care
Yeah.
to say to Errol?
What is with dialogue options in every game? Like, why do we have to have like, can't we just depend on the writers of the fucking game to like write the fucking story?
Round here, it's all
You know what I mean?
shortages
Eh.
The idea is that you can insert yourself into the character, but it's
and blood on the
difficult.
cobbles.
Well,
Yeah,
like
but
I get that, and it works with a lot of games. It does work with a lot of games where you choose the dialogue option, points you in a different direction. There's multiple paths that you can take in the game. Like I get that, but does every game have to have that? Can we not just have them write a cohesive story and then
Well,
give us the little 2-minute dialogue?
Linear story writing is something that is also hard to do because you have to make a really good, well-written storyline for people to be like good for the whole thing without having a choice in the matter. So narratively, it's harder to write that type of story. It's easier to write multiple choice because then you can just, go with anything.
That's why it pays
So
to
how often do you play a game like that and immediately go back through and play it again and try to make different choices?
So like never.
not often.
Never.
I hate
That's
the
what I'm
guns. I hate the
saying.
guns.
But I also
I-
don't. I also don't
I-
play games enough like to do that.
I need to say,
Like-
I hate guns in this game for one single reason. I don't like how they just
Don't
look
get
like
cocky.
normal
They've
guns.
got a weapon far
Like
worse.
with some ball
Time.
pieces put on them to make them feel
And
steampunk.
if they can rewrite
Right.
Steampunk guns should be fundamentally steampunk,
They can
and not just,
rewrite us.
yeah, this is a regular gun, but we
But
made
look
it
who just
look
found
kind of
Mummy's
steampunk.
keys.
And I
But
hate
if-
when games just use steampunk as an
Now I can
excuse
fiddle
to
with time.
have regular
Now
guns.
he can fiddle
in
with
a-
time.
Right.
Holy shit!
Put the bullet back.
That's kind of cool.
Bring the chaos to a
Sorry,
crawl.
side round.
Take a mistake and make it like it never
I
happened.
I don't think this game looks bad. I just don't think that there's anything
can
special
change
about
the
it
world
so far.
for
It just
the
looks like a bunch of other games.
One
Yeah, where I mean, it looks like
like
Bioshock Infinite. Now that they've showed the guns and the gameplay, is that a
It
titty?
definitely looks like Bioshock.
Yeah.
Especially with the
Yeah.
time shenanigans right now, where they change up like what's going on.
hunters
It
don't
definitely
like
looks
it
like Bioshock
when the
Infinite.
rabbits got the gun.
Yeah. I like some of the steampunk style, but again, then there are so many choices that make it look odd. So yeah.
I mean, I'm interested at least seeing how the game goes, because it doesn't mean like this is narratively a bad game. Like, I think it could potentially be quite good.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't seem uninteresting. I just feel like
It looks like a decently polished game. Like, there's nothing bad about it.
Yeah.
let me alone and piss off.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
Oh,
Everything's day one. with
my
Game
issue
Pass.
feels fundamentally like an Xbox take to whatever idea they had.
Yeah.
So streamlined that it's basically nothing interesting about what would make the genre decision interesting. You get what I mean?
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Like, it is an interesting setting, but they don't. It feels so streamlined that it might as well be any other setting.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I kind of feel that same way about like Assassin's Creed. I feel like they just slap Assassin's Creed in any timeline. It's like feels almost the same. I think the only time it didn't is probably like Black Sails was probably the only Assassin's Creed I thought was actually pretty decent.
I
and
still feel like
different.
Black Sails didn't feel like its own game, because there was a little bit of the sailing mechanics in 3, and so like Black Sails just felt like an extension of the previous game. It felt
That's
like a
fair,
DLC or something that should have been included. I really think the last good Assassin's Creed for me, because I haven't played a lot of the new ones. I haven't played like Odyssey or Valhalla or anything.
Yeah,
But
I've heard that the Odyssey one was awful.
I really I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of good. I mean, I haven't really heard too many bad things about it, but also I haven't seen any of the gameplay or anything either. I kind of fell off of that series after they
The thing I
changed
always hated about
characters from the second one.
Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed was always trying to be like, look at these innovative systems we made, and it's just like, okay, it's cool, it's not that crazy. Like, when they try to make it seem like they're like the best, most refined fighting system game ever made, and I was like, no, not really.
No.
The first 2 Assassin's
It's-
Creed games, I just parried people off of roofs the entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Assassin's Creed also just suffers from being basically the main example of Ubisoft open world design just kind of sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's the same thing over, and where it's basically just a checklist, right?
Yeah. All right. We have an ad break. We're going to listen to some of our sponsor today, which is Rigel Stars, a new album, also known as Tanuki Dan.
Wait, Dan pays
Alright,
us
so
for this?
No.
We got 3 minutes.
They didn't pay for this. I'm just joking.
I know. I'm
You
I
know,
yes and-
you know Dan doesn't
yes
have
and-
any money.
ooh,
Just
Be right back. Bio break.
I mean,
Where'd you go? You could find me walking through miracles. Where you been? Laying in the grass, I'm getting my medicine. Who are you now? Still flying kites,
You ever step on your shoelace and untie your shoe? It is the worst experience ever.
Can't say that I do, no.
Oh, I do. Ugh.
All right. All right, ads are over. I think we're all back.
You ever just lean back and get stuck on your own hair?
Yeah, I mean, not anymore.
My hair's getting there. It's like right to the middle of my back now. Sometimes,
Really? I didn't know your hair was that long. Dang.
sometimes I forget how long my hair is, and like I will like get like a tickle on my back. I think it's a bug. Like ah.
Yeah, I don't miss that feeling. I know that feeling all too well.
My hair is getting close to dance length, I guess now. Probably the longest I've ever had my hair.
I don't miss it at all. I want to grow it back out, but right now I do not miss it.
I mean, it is.
That's fair.
So we're the next trailer is Grounded 2. Never heard of Grounded 1, but it looks like Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
It is. It is. That's exactly what it is.
It literally is. That's it. It's.
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast.
I mean, I like this. This is hilarious looking.
What? Whoa.
With new flexible legs, the Yoke action figure can ride anything.
What is he doing to that thing?
Excuse me.
I feel like we should call somebody.
An explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos
God.
descended on a ceremony commemorating the
What did
two-year
you do,
anniversary
Freud?
of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the
Miniaturized
backyard
against
of a
their
deranged
will.
scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies.
Formerly
set to
evil
dedicate
company.
A statue of the 4
Fringe.
teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
Okay. They're all still small after 4 years.
You gotta keep
I
them
hate
separated.
still being small.
That's crazy. Is that what it said? It had been 4 years?
Yeah. This is a song choice.
It says get shrunk again.
Maybe it's mean because it's the second game. I think you have base building elements now. Is this an open world now for the second game, or was it open world
Oh,
before?
that-
That one also had foot base building.
This looks cool.
I mean, a giant open world like bug fighting simulator sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, not for the arachnophobic people, but
Yeah. Well, there's an option to turn it arachnophobia mode where it's just the word arachnid or spider or something. So it doesn't look like a spider, it's just the word spider that you're fighting.
I know they have that in what's it called? Lethal Company.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's far more terrifying because it just has the fucking mandible. I like the mandible floating there with the freaking word arachnid. I'm like, that is far more terrifying than the actual just spider.
It sure is. It sure is.
oh, his friends call him Spooder. Don't call him Spooder.
Don't call him Spooder. Kronos, the new dawn.
What is with all the Dawn? Like,
Yeah, there's
like,
a lot of Dawn
everything is a
games
new
coming out.
era.
They're all trying to be the new dawn.
Okay, that looks kind of like Dead Spacey out in space.
Looking something like that.
And I feel like the time travel trope has been overplayed. Like, we need a break on that for a while.
Yeah.
Mutants.
Was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern
Oh,
of the
yeah.
elephants populating the
Looks like Dead
area
Space.
is highly unusual.
Oh yeah, the Devil has Death Space vibe.
It sure is another space zombie game.
Sure is.
Aggressive.
I don't even know if
I
it's in
like
space,
'em.
though.
You leave it alone. I like space zombie games.
It doesn't even look like it's in space, though. It just looks like it's in like a city or something.
Yeah, maybe that's just a really fancy hazmat suit.
It kind of just seems like a hazmat suit.
They seem to act more consistently.
I will say, I don't actually enjoy zombie games where I can just fight everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of kills the whole horror aspect of it.
It feels less
Yeah,
scary when
'cause-
I can murder everything.
I mean, the first time I
Yeah.
tried to play, oh God, what was it? Something Within, The Evil Within.
Evil
Do you guys ever
Within.
play that game? First time I
know
played that
about
game, I made it to like the first town area where there's just a giant swarm of things chasing you, and there's no way you have enough ammunition to take everything out. Like, you have to be stealthy, and that game was terrifying.
Yeah.
They did a really good job.
I just hate when a zombie horror game just becomes you get to fulfill your fantasy of just solving every single one of your problems with violence.
Yeah.
Right.
I like games that allow you to do that, but
The only game
like,
I've ever given a pass
kind
to
of
that
ruins
for.
zombie horror for me.
Yeah, the only game I've ever given a pass for that for is Resident Evil 4. Because it's the only time I ever felt like it was justified because like Leon was a highly trained special ops expert.
Well, I mean, Resident Evil, there's only key moments in any of the games where you can't fight everything and you have to kind of run away or figure out the puzzle to get out of there or whatever. Like, the whole premise is fighting and killing the monsters.
But at least like they've always kind of had their genre
Resident
be
Evil
that.
does it-
Alien Isolation is a good
Resident Evil does
example.
it in a cheesy way. Like Resident Evil knows it's cheesy horror.
Yeah.
And so many of these zombie horror games do not understand that they are that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the
They don't
problem.
understand.
They don't add like that tiny bit of comedy that Resident Evil has.
Well, no, I think with the horror genre, like, there has to be the suspension of disbelief.
Yeah.
So, like, Dead Space, the first Dead Space,
The first Dead
super
Space,
terrifying.
a masterpiece.
Yeah.
The second Dead
First
Space,
Resident
they
Evil,
completely lost the script on the second game.
it did. The second and third one were I mean, it was that feeling was gone
The only
at that
zombie
point.
game, like pure zombie game with guns and shooting I've ever enjoyed, and like I will say this for sure, is Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Like,
Yep.
those are the only times I've ever like been like, yeah, we're fighting hordes of zombies, and this feels like a fun actual experience because you're trying to survive with your
It's like a
friends, and
multiplayer
people
game,
could just
but,
get freaking yoinked and murdered. Like, so it felt like really like trying to survive with your friends, and like that
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah.
Going in as like a one-man army into a fucking like haunted location or zombie location, it doesn't feel great to just be like,
That's-
I'm
yeah.
murder everything. I'm
The-
an unstoppable super soldier for some reason.
And again,
That's why I liked
Hostage
Alien
Club-
Isolation, because like it was terrifying
God.
and like you couldn't do anything. You had to find
Alien
places to hide.
Isolation is one of the best horror games ever made.
Yes.
you need to either understand that you're trying to play a cheesy zombie movie, in which case you're just playing it for the jokes, basically. Like, trying to make it a cheesy action movie, or you're doing a horror movie, and you shouldn't let the player just kill everything.
Yeah.
You need to find that balance.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
what zombie horror just doesn't do. Hexen, by the way, you'll be happy to hear that getting Trip to bully Dan into making a role worked.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
As one
Perfect.
does.
We need a Dark Souls zombie game.
Dark Souls
Yeah.
are zombie games.
I mean, but you know what I mean. Instead of big boss monsters, like it's like legitimately right. Like make it grounded, more
So,
realistic.
How do you
But it's like Dark
pronounce
Souls.
this? Aphelion?
Aphelion, I would think.
All right.
AP Helion?
AP Helion.
That's what I'm going with.
Is that a spaceship?
Likely mature.
Is that a penis? I mean,
We're entering the atmosphere. Something's happening. We're tingling on the inside.
There's no time. Evacuate now.
We're gonna burst.
Evacuate now, but there's nobody like responding to her at all. Like
ejaculate now.
For a new world, to save
a
mankind.
new world to save mankind.
I'll always love you for that.
Oh no.
I'll always love you for that. Welcome to your frozen hellscape where you'll die here.
Don't nod.
Oh no, not this song again.
This song is overused too.
It is.
Yeah. I remember seeing it in the what was it?
Okay.
Okay, so explore the frozen wastes of a alien world.
Love this already. This is right up my alley.
Oh, you
I
know
love
what
this.
this is?
Platforming.
This is freaking
Tomb Raider in space.
No, this is what was that? The Subnautica. This is
No,
Subnautica in space.
Watch. Literally, that sliding down the hill, all that stuff, these exact same things were happening in the first trailer for the first Crystal Dynamics Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
The exact animations.
I'm trying to remember which game, but this reminds me incredibly of, what's it called?
I'll find you.
Let me...
I mean, that didn't... Okay, well, what is
I want to play it, but it's Tomb Raider in space.
Maybe.
It reminds me of a game. Trying to remember the name, something like Make It to Mars or something.
Okay, well that sounds like an alien from Alien Isolation.
That does sound like an alien.
Deliver Us Mars was the name of the game I was thinking of.
What was it, Sigmund?
Deliver Us Mars.
Deliver Us Mars?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That sounds familiar. But yeah, no, I'm telling you, shot for shot, that is exactly the same as the first trailer that came out for the first Tomb Raider reboot.
I mean,
like exactly
I'm not
the same.
surprised because a lot of like leap over animations for like kind of cutscene type of jumping ends up looking very similar to that.
Well, like in sliding down a hill and like trying to,
There's only so many body positions you can take doing the same thing.
It's true, but I mean, like, if you look at, you ever see the videos where this was inspired from this movie and this was inspired from this movie, and they show like all the tiny little clips that are inspo. I really feel like that's what happened here.
Tomb Raider is an extremely influential series on the gaming like genre, so I wouldn't be surprised. All right. There are no ghosts at the Grand.
I get the feeling that's a lie.
I feel like there's ghosts here, guys.
I feel like there are ghosts here too.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock.
This is an interesting art style.
Father, but he left you this
It's
hotel
interesting music.
It's been in your family
Like they're going with some reggae.
much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric.
Are they smoking weed in this haunted?
Apparently they are. They're smoking that high grade. Damn, look at that shit.
Yeah. That guy is living his best life.
I don't know what this is, but it looks interesting.
Did he just hand him a gun?
Well, hello there. It
What?
looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
It's a gun that restores broken down. Oh no, that just breaks down stuff.
Renovating the hotel when he disappeared? Not just the hotel.
It seems like the gun just allows you to either destroy or create.
You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off.
So you're restoring a haunted hotel.
And the whole neighborhood, apparently.
I'm in.
So it's Power Wash Simulator for ghosts.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Wait, apparently you're not trying to restore things.
They will wicker man your ass.
You keep looking into things.
Oh, not the bees.
Oh, wait,
The bees.
So is like this place all actually ghosts, and the people here don't know they're ghosts? So like you're investigating.
This looks interesting. I have no idea what it is, but it looks
like,
interesting.
It looks like he's like somewhere where everyone's like dead, and like
he doesn't know they're dead.
They don't know they're dead.
Credits my credits too. I want to know more.
That's so Cthulhu ass shit. I'm intrigued by whatever this is.
Yes, this is a good trailer. It shows us just enough to get intrigued.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was trying to do at first, but then when they're just like, oh yeah, they don't know what I'm trying to actually do, and you're like, all of a sudden secret rooms unlock, and
My one complaint about this is that the character designs, they look like the Telltale Stories characters,
a little bit,
but from like 15 years ago, man. I feel like the graphics for the first Walking Dead Telltale games was the same like quality.
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's cel shaded.
I think it works in the style.
It's a style. I'm interested in seeing how that game plays out. It at least looked interesting and unique, which I'm all for. At first, I thought it was gonna be a house. At first, I thought it was a house renovator game. I'm like, is this a house renovation game? And then it's like, no, secret mysteries. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You got to put the books back up on the bookshelf to figure out what happened 35 years ago.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. Like,
Age of Mythology.
Actually, one sec. I want to break down really quick why I think the trailer was good.
Go ahead.
It showed you what you can do in a normal setting. Then it kind of revealed that there's more of a mystery, and then it didn't answer any more questions and just showed some more gameplay. And I think that's really good. It leaves you wanting to know
I did like
more.
that they kind of subverted our expectations like 3 times in that. It was just like, all right, here's a hotel.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they break into song. Because we were just like talking about the music. We're just like, what is this music choice? And then they just start singing to the beat of the music, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And then they're just like, here's a gun, you can home improvement. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. And they're just like, also secret mysteries and secret rooms and shit. And you're like, whoa!
Whoa!
What's going on? Are you fighting ghosts? That was a good trailer.
They were very confident with that trailer.
Yeah.
And I like that.
That was unique for sure. All right, we have Age of Mythology Retold Heavenly Spear.
Again? How many times can we retell it?
I don't know. At least enough times to make more money.
Many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens, and when we need their help, they send us a hero.
See, I feel like a lot of these games coming out, like they do put their own unique spin on it, but man, it's like the same. I feel like it's still kind of the same stuff redone over and over again. It's hard to get something original.
This game looks like it came out like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It probably did. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it's being retold. Unleash the divine power again.
Is this a strategy game?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure I've heard.
65 million players? Excuse me? I must have missed all that.
Legally distinct Dynasty Warriors.
That was definitely a strategy game.
Yeah, it is a strategy game. It first released more than 20 years ago.
Okay, that makes sense.
This game did?
Day one with Game Pass.
Okay, so this is like a remake of an old strategy game. Got it.
Hang on, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
I've heard of Age of Mythology. I just didn't realize what it was. Like, Age of Mythology is a series of games. I've just never played any of them. Because I'm not a strategy game person. Everyone thinks I am, and I'm just like, these are boring as hell.
There's Vegeta with his antidepressants again. I am gonna go find that AP Helion trailer after this, and I wanna pull up the original Tomb Raider trailer, and I want to compare the two side by side because I'm like, I felt like that's exactly what I was looking at, but it was just like a modded version with a different skin.
Troy, did you find a thing?
I did find Age of Empires, which I think Age of Mythology is like a spin-off too.
Fair.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I could
the
see that.
I'm pretty sure Age of Mythology is made by Age of Empire, the Age of Empire people.
Yeah, I think it's a spin-off.
Yeah.
So
All right. Fair enough. Next trailer.
You need the Jeopardy music to be playing. Do 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 do.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't put the DLCs here because I don't want us to watch DLCs.
oh, it's storming. Nice. Might get
Mudang,
cooler.
2 hearts. Mudang, 2 hearts. I don't know what that is, but
Dang.
Mudang.
You have 2 hearts. It's likely mature though.
Mudang.
Likely.
Likely. Not positive, but it's likely.
자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가?
Seems that way.
Gesundheit.
만약 이 결정이
There are no subtitles.
국가의 특정 정치 집단에 이익을 저해한다면
There are no subtitles.
Nope.
당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있습니다.
Go learn.
반대로 누군가는
Pretty sure that's
당신의
Korean.
의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때
Or
Dude, so much stuff is
Actually,
good
no.
stuff is coming out of Korea
this might be
lately.
Mandarin, actually.
당신의 입장은
Yeah, it's Mandarin.
온전한 본인의 판단인가?
Korea makes some of the best horror games.
그렇게 믿고 있거나
And I mean, like series and stuff too, man. We've watched so many like good Netflix series that are produced out of Korea, and they're just amazing.
Yeah, some of them are really good. They're really catching up with anime, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, that too. I'm gonna assume those are all missing people. Yep.
Okay. I have no idea what's going on. Is this a Solid Snake style game?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, is this Chinese Metal Gear?
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가?
I'm okay with that.
Definitely had stealth elements, so
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가? 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다.
So where's the supernatural? Oh, there it is. You know, there's got to be some sort of supernatural element. So they got rage zombies.
I mean,
28 days
you
later.
miss People leaping like
Be
I
like-
don't know how much.
could be
it
like
would be.
superhuman
3 meters,
drugs.
5 meters.
Yeah, it could be
Like
like
seconds.
Could be like drugs.
No, they look like they're infected.
Yeah, it
they
could
look
be
like they're
drugs,
infected. Yeah.
like injecting themselves with superhuman drugs. That's a thing.
Well, it looked like they were losing control.
I mean, I've seen people take too much steroids before, man. They get off they get pretty angry.
They lose control.
That one's interesting. I still don't know what the hell's going on, but it had interesting gameplay elements that looked like it could
I
be fun.
look neat.
Yeah.
I look neat. Not my style of game. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to
It
see
gave me-
how
it gave me
stealthy
some-
it is. I like stealth-based games, but they had to be done right.
Yeah.
Planet of Lana 2. I've never heard of the
Stealth
first one.
games haven't been done right since the original
Children.
Tenchu Stealth Assassins.
Tenchu and probably like Sly Cooper.
Oh yeah, Sly Cooper was really good too.
Planet of Luna, Children
Oh.
of the Leaf. Oh my god, it's us, Children
Oh.
of the Leaf.
It is us.
It is us.
Yeah, the original Splinter Cells were good.
I remember them being pretty hard.
I mean, the art style's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nova.
damn, the art style's really good.
Hey, what do you want? This is unique.
Yeah. It looks like a side-scrolling adventure game, so maybe
I like
something
the-
similar to
Yeah.
like
I like
what's it called? God dang, I'm trying to remember the name. A limbo?
Limbo, yeah, I was gonna say Limbo. Yeah. I like the little mini Death Star spiders.
It definitely looks like a limbo style game, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. This looks neat.
Yeah, this looks pretty damn pretty. Yeah, it looks cool. I love the art style. The art style is fantastic.
The Odyssey continues, so is there an original?
There's an original
like,
one. This is 2. So there's another game that probably looks similar to this.
Oh yeah, that definitely felt very Limbo-y.
Yeah. I like that.
It might be worth checking out the first game, honestly, if the first game looks anything like this.
Ouch.
Ow. Grandpa, no.
Oh.
No. Yes, pet the void. Always pet the void.
I get pets. No.
I actually.
Is that Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah, if the first game looks like this, I might actually consider like trying it. That's pretty good. I actually had this like hilarious like idea earlier, Freud, where I was like reading your name and I'm just like, why didn't he name himself Sigmund Void?
Because my right half is the friendly thing from Sonic Colors. That's why I'm called Freud, because I'm half void, half. It's a stupid name.
Friend Void.
It's a stupid pun.
Listen, did you just say your name was stupid? My name is Optometron. Okay. Usernames are supposed to be stupid.
Yeah. I was just always surprised. Like Sigmund Friend Void. Got it. Freud. Understandable. Yeah, I like that. I agree.
Yeah, that's why I have everyone call me Freud, because the Sigmund is just elaborating on the already existing pun.
All right. Hey guys, look, Fallout 76.
That's DLC. Yeah, we can skip
this.
this.
DLC. All right.
It's DLC. It is really cool. It is really cool. If anybody in, definitely watch it. It's awesome. It's a cool expansion.
I don't know. Fallout 76 looked pretty bad as a game in general. So
I loved it. Dude, it was so broken when it first came out. I remember playing the beta for it and it was so broken, and that was part of the charm. I loved how broken it was. You could walk down a staircase and then just fall through the map, through the bottom of a building, and just die and lose everything. It was so good.
This is an anime game about a very overpowered character.
Yeah, solo leveling. I don't know anything about solo leveling.
Solo is probably one of the best written mangas ever. Very good series. The anime so far has been adapted quite well. This series has been around for 20 years ish. People copied the style of this anime or the original comics from Korea. People have stolen so much from this that it caused it a new genre of stuff to be made. Every series that you see that has some sort of leveling system in it for their character, or dungeons and stuff appearing in the overworld, was because of this series, and it didn't get recognition for years.
So are you saying that this series is responsible for isekai, essentially?
No, I wouldn't say that. That's Digimon. But no, this basically made a lot of genres happen, and it didn't get recognition for a really long time, but it's still better than a lot of other ones. It's a very good series. I highly recommend it.
Wouldn't Tron be the original isekai?
No, because Tron, they didn't have anybody from the real world go in there, right? Tron was just about the people in there.
I mean, the whole premise of Tron was the guy owned an arcade and he created a game that he could go into, and he gets stuck in the game.
I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the original Tron. But I guess kind of, yeah.
Now the real question is,
what is this game about?
Well, there goes my joke.
I expect that this game's going to be like Devil May Cry on crack, because that's the only way that you could possibly depict the series.
I think he might be onto something.
Considering how fast-paced and insane the actual series is, there's only one way you can possibly make it, and that is Devil May Cry Insanity. It's the only way.
And it looks investigate show.
4-player co-op? What?
Co-op?
That's cool.
That's pretty.
Did they just show attacking and defending as like the main feature of the game?
Awaken to survive.
Honestly, a 4-player like Devil May Cry sounds sick as hell. I'm gonna say it.
It does, yeah. That'd be amazing.
It looks cool. Looks like.
We haven't seen
like
any of the co-op yet, though.
They did show off some of it just now. Yeah. There were like 4 of them fighting the same boss. It looked pretty sick.
It looks like kind of like a Souls-like, kind of like a Devil May Cry game. It's probably gonna be insane.
That is okay for an anime game. That was probably one of the better looking anime games I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
Agree.
Like a better, like, yeah, that looks pretty damn good.
Like I've never looked into solo leveling, but it looks cool.
Tron Watch Party, lol.
I'm done.
I'm down, friend.
The only thing I know about Tron is that Sora and him got along pretty well. Amiibos! No, sorry, that's not what that says. Anemo!
Anemo.
Why would you take the double eyes that Nintendo does with their Amiibos and do this? Anemo!
To mess up the algorithm on Google, probably.
Crap. Oh my god, is this Power World 2?
It looks like it.
Kama would want to play this so bad.
I can't wait till Nintendo sues these guys.
No, because there's no capsule.
There's no capsule yet.
It looks like.
Oh, you get to play as the characters? That's kind of cool.
That is really cool. No, you transform into them.
Pokemon is gonna sue them for this because Pokemon doesn't have this in a DLC where you can become the king. Pokemon company's definitely suing them over that.
She just smacked that thing on the butt.
She did.
It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Pokemon's just gonna be like, you're not allowed to have animals in your game, period.
No, they're gonna be like, we have you transforming into Pokemon already. That's our mechanic. You can't use that.
But yeah, this looks actually neat. Looks better than Power Whip, in my opinion.
Honestly, it looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
It almost looks like Pokemon Genshin Impact.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
witch cat thing is definitely a character from Pal World.
Agree. But then again, I
can't
guess
wait
the
for
concept
Pal
of a
World to
witch
sue
cat
this
is
one.
technically not.
Which, like, there is like
That
a
would be
million
funny,
witch cats. There's like so many witch cats in anime and other things. Like,
Yeah.
witch cats have always been a thing. Just
I mean,
because cats and witches
Also,
have
witches
always
have
been
been
synonymous.
associated with.
Yeah.
Cats have been associated with witches for a long time, so like.
Yeah. That game.
Yeah, but it's a purple cat with a witch hat and a cape.
Purple is very associated with witches too. Okay.
It's also fair.
You two
More
are.
importantly,
You two
purple
are
is-
witches. I knew it.
It's true.
I hate that this is how you find out, but it's true.
Live on the air, you're finding out. I can't believe it.
Time for the most important game to come out. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, but without gun. I'm still mad that they haven't given us the Underground games in like 20 years. Please give me the Underground games. Those games are good.
You know it's coming. They're gonna keep pumping these out. You know
I
it's
want
coming.
Underground 1 and 2. They were like the best games.
They were.
What happened to the audio? What?
It's
cracking.
cutting in and out. Yeah.
Oh, it is? It wasn't for me.
Yeah. I thought it was just on my end.
Maybe
Yeah,
did
I did too. That's why I stopped watching the stream for a sec.
Maybe I
Apparently, it's true.
Maybe I pinged out for a second. Okay, hold on. I'll just refresh the video. Is it fine now?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Might have said like a latency thing for a second there. Yeah, I definitely want the underground games.
It would be good to get the underground games.
They have like the best stories. Like, goddamn, those games are fun.
I like how they have current Bam Margera in this game.
Like, I'm just glad that Bam's doing better in his life. He had a rough, he had a lot of shit happen to him.
He had like a rough 15 years.
Yeah. That's so cool. I like the transition to show you Oling. I hope they had a filter in it to where you can see like the old way the game looks. That'd be neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Tomb Raider remakes did.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. It's becoming a lot more common.
I mean, it's so fun. Like, why not have retro style graphics if you feel like it? Like, it's such a cool thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a Ninja Turtle?
That is a Ninja Turtle. It's Michelangelo.
I'm okay with this. I mean, what can you say other than the Tony Hawk games are the superior skating games?
I don't know, man. Skate was pretty good. Skate wasn't as
is
memorable
that Doom
and
guy?
nostalgic. It is Doom Guy
God damn.
with his chainsaw. There's a demo.
Apparently.
Play it day one with Game Pass.
With Game Pass. Oh man.
That's awesome.
With Game Pass.
With
That's
Game
awesome.
Steam.
I want it.
Yeah.
But also, that's going to be on PlayStation and Steam too. That's not really an Xbox exclusive.
For sure. That might even be on Nintendo stuff, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
This looks interesting. Is she getting stabbed in the neck?
Kind of looks like it, but maybe the sword's coming out of her neck. I don't know. Is this some like? is this like some like sword in the stone stuff? Like I don't know what's going on.
At Fate's End. Well, it says at Fate's End, not at Fate's beginning. So I imagine the
True.
sword's going into her neck.
That's fair. That's a fair assumption.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
That's what we
Spoilers. You die.
Check this game out. The end of the game's on the box.
I remember a game that was like
that
that.
would be kind of great,
Hey,
though.
that's nice. That's nice art. Oh damn, that looks sick. Is this like Shadow of the Colossus but 2D? Because that'd be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome.
The greatness of Spiritfarers. That's.
I think I have that game. Yeah, Spiritfarer. Oh, muffins. Hug me,
I believe
sis.
Spiritfarer is a very well-known game for making people sad.
Real. This looks pretty good.
A very sad.
Games aren't memorable if they're not sad.
I mean,
I want muffins too.
Is this a roguelike?
No.
Maybe this is a roguelike. It does come out of her neck. I was right.
It seems like either roguelike or Metroidvania.
It does come out of her neck. Stuff comes out of her neck. I like how she kind of holds the hilt close to her hand.
And considering like the card system and stuff, I want to assume this is a roguelike.
It seems cool either way.
Whoa, that guy's cool.
We get to have like catchphrases in
I like
the
how
middle
the
of
back.
combat. That's pretty funny.
I like how the back of his onesie is cut out for the wings.
Parry the nuke.
Roads of nature.
Oh, jeez.
It happens.
It does look really cool. I would play this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I really like the art style. That should look great. Oh, look all hand drawn too. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I
look,
like it.
nostalgia.
Hey, look, nostalgia.
Gears of War 1 remake. Hello, is that what this is?
I could not care less about any of the original Xbox titles. Gears of War,
Gears of War remake.
Army of Two, Cracktown or whatever that game's called.
I will say that I actually did kill like 2 Xboxes with this game.
Did you?
Yes. I played the shit out of the multiplayer for like 2 years.
Look who decided to show up.
At the time, the combat style in this game was very unique for multiplayer. Like, no one had ever had a multiplayer fighting game like, or multiplayer shooting game like this. So at the time, it was really cool. Especially since Halo was the big one back then.
Right.
But now it's kind of like there's nothing different about it or unique anymore. Just kind of gory multiplayer, like whatever.
Yeah. And it's unlike a lot of other things that started their genres. I feel like there's nothing to learn from
They
it here.
didn't improve on the game, which is why Gears of War kind of fell off because they didn't actually change up anything as the game continued. So,
like, for example, the original Prince of Persia, I would still be interested to see how it influenced action games.
Play it
but
day
like,
one with Game Pass.
what would I want to learn from this?
Oh man, the Sands of Time, dude. I love the climb. The parkour is so good in Sands of Time, but the fighting mechanics are so boring.
Yeah.
Literally, you can cheat and just kind of bounce off the wall and do like that combo, and you have iframes, so the enemies can't hit you or won't even try to hit you if you're doing that. And like some of those fights are so long, it's just 15 minutes. It's sections of like waves of enemies, the same enemies too. It's like three designs just constantly, and you're just like, man, this took 20 minutes. This was boring. Why? And I love Prince of Persia.
Has like some great ideas, but never like capitalized on them super well.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the parkour stuff, I mean, the climbing was really good.
Like I said, they did a lot of like cool stuff, but I don't feel like the game itself was ever like, oh my god, it's Prince of Persia. Like it's alright. It's not Mario, like, you know, like
It did well enough. It did well enough.
Back to an actual successful series, Persona. So I don't know who's excited about Persona games. I've never played them, but they are very popular.
I've never played them.
They're very popular.
I've played Persona 5 a little bit. I did it on stream, but it's a horrible stream game.
I do like that they have a really like artistic style to their games. Like I've seen stuff that look really well made and they're very like good for RPGs, but they're just not my cup of tea.
Right.
It's also just the pacing is incredibly slow.
Yeah, they're meant to be
because
like
of the waiting in between.
Yeah, but they're meant to be like that kind of like story immersive game. So I kind of get it.
Yeah, it's also like Persona 5 had that day system where you have like every day.
Yeah.
You have to think about what you do each day, and that makes it a bit tedious, but also interesting.
Yeah. Fantastic. If you like Persona 4 originally, then you'll love this remake. Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
That was a great trailer. That was a great trailer.
I mean, the trailer knows who it's targeting.
Yeah.
The trailer knows who it's targeting. People who like Persona.
That's not...
Because everyone else could have already, like, everyone who wanted to play Persona 4 could have bought Persona 4 Golden for ages.
Alright, we're down to the last 3 trailers.
Right.
It's Invincible!
What? Are they making Invincible? Oh my god.
It's Invincible, but a fighting game.
Oh no. Why couldn't they made it open world? Like, aw.
You know, like Spider-Man? That sounds like it would have been cool.
Yeah.
Invincible, but Spider-Man?
Ridiculous.
You get to fly around and like... Because that's like kind of the show in the manga too, is he just kind of like flies around and finds stuff to get into.
Yeah, I think an open world like game would have been cool, but it's probably too expensive to be really honest for these like a new studio.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Interesting. Oof. Fair. Ow. Yeah, this so sure is brutal. I mean, so far the graphics look really good. Like,
I like.
Except our rule.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to get into the lore of Invincible.
There's multiple like universes and timelines. I know that.
It's true. I just meant like the Viltrumite race. I like how they're pretty much akin to Saiyans. Like, if they get beat to an inch of their life or whatever, they come back stronger every time.
Yeah. There's definitely parallels. I've seen them. I'm invincible. So is this a 3v3 fighting?
That's what it looks like.
I would. Yeah, I don't know if that's that interesting. I love you, Reed.
I mean, I do love fighting games, so you know that's cool. But I
Yeah,
just don't know if I don't know if Invincible can hold up on its own as a fighting game franchise.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the design space is kind of already occupied.
It is a 3v3 tag game. Okay, that's ambitious considering those are very combo heavy and have a very niche audience.
Yeah. Like, that's kind of the thing. I feel like this is not the franchise, like, this is not the franchise to do it with.
I see it all now.
I mean, I hope this game.
Right, let's see the
if
finishers.
This game doesn't have fatalities, okay, I'm about to say. Yeah, if this game doesn't have fatalities, it's bad. I mean, it could be a pretty decent contender for like something against Mortal Kombat, because how stale that franchise has gotten.
The finishers were just the heads popping off. It looked like everybody had the same finisher from what we could see.
Yeah,
nutsacks.
Yeah,
they could have done more with that. I kind of hope they have like pretty crazy ones, like Mortal Kombat has crazy like fatalities. Maybe those are like brutalities, where they just cap it in mid combo, maybe. But I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's.
I'd have to see more gameplay of that, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how well that's gonna hold up on its own. We'll have to see.
Yeah. Again, it has to compete with some very big contenders.
Yeah, well, I feel like Mortal Kombat needs some competition for like the ultra violent fighting
especially
series.
also now that Marvel announced their
New
fighting
Soul
game.
Calibur. Give us the new Soul Calibur. That would be awesome.
That's the other
Oh,
thing.
you don't like Soul Calibur?
Ah, no, I love Soul Calibur.
No, I was talking.
Oh, okay.
I'll 1v1 you when this freaking the Switch 2 comes out. We go fucking play Soul Calibur 2. I'll kick your ass right there, on live on stream.
Who's your character in Soul Calibur 2?
Taki and Astaroth.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like Keelik, and depending on which version, I really like Spawn in the Xbox version.
The
actually,
Xbox Spawn was so fun.
His Necroblast was dope.
Though in this version we have Link, and Link is arguably one of the most broken characters ever made in the Soul Calibur series.
Yeah.
Bombs are dumb. All right, Keeper. Double Fine. That's something. They haven't made a game in like 10 years.
They make Psychonauts too. Like,
what the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
That building is moving on its own. It is alive. Are you playing a giant sentient lighthouse?
it just seems that way.
And you have a friend.
They should have named this game "This Is Fine."
Okay, I'm just gonna give I'm gonna give extra bonus points to playing as a giant sentient fucking lighthouse.
Lighthouse, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, this is fucking weird, and I kind of like it.
Most games don't have you play as that, no? This feels a niche for sure.
Not only is it a giant sentient lighthouse, but apparently there's cave spelunking too.
Yeah.
And the bird just turned into an egg.
Indeed it did.
Is he in a cocoon?
This is bizarre. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like Double Fine's thing, though. They like making very weird shit.
Yeah.
So I want to know what the premise is.
Like, it doesn't always land. Like, that's the thing. Double Fine makes, like, really weird games, and sometimes they're amazing, and sometimes they're just pop.
Yeah, and I think that I can say about this game as well. It is a Double Fine game.
Yeah.
That I can say. That's pretty much all I can say.
Yeah.
So I just want to, if the premise was the lighthouse is just looking for the perfect place to like set up shop and like replant itself, that'd be amazing.
Trying to find an ocean because the ocean was gone. I mean, I need to find an ocean because it's just like, but my job is to be by the ocean.
Yeah.
Gotta let people know.
It could be cool. It could be bad.
It at least looked bizarre and fascinating.
Yeah.
I can honest to God say I don't think I've ever played a video game where I'm a sentient building.
Not that I could remember now.
I'm thinking, yeah, I can't.
I mean, there's that one time in Costume Quest where you turn into the lady of into the Statue of Liberty, but that's also Double Fine. So
I will say there's one more game trailer, and it was Xbox's big. Oh man, this is our big title for this year. What do you guys think?
Halo 5.
What do you guys think it is? Guesses now.
I'm guessing Halo. Or Mass Effect remastered again.
What do you think, Roy?
I think it's going to be a game.
A game?
A game.
Well, you know what it is? It's the ultimate, amazing, definitely not oversaturated Call of Duty 7!
Oh, gross.
I'm leaving. Bye. It was nice.
Yeah, it's been fun, everybody.
Please.
And he's gone now.
Follow me.
He left.
You already know us as a global tech.
Future Call of Duty?
Our software.
They keep broke where the placement of the cameras were. Oh, there we go.
Skilled team.
Sorry. I had a good footbit.
Your years of service have shown you the importance.
Now, which character is he talking to? Is that Ghost?
Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action.
Man, Ghost has been dead for like 5 years, man.
No, he comes back like every game. What are you talking about? Ghost, Soap, and then there was like one other.
We have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations.
So apparently this is like Black Ops 2029, or like 2099 or some shit. Because like,
yeah, it's Modern Warfare essentially.
Yeah.
We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide.
Which makes me wonder: is this Treyarch or is this Infinity Ward?
This is Black Ops,
so Treyarch.
Yeah.
God, I feel like Black Ops 4 just came out like last year.
I think it's crazy that they do all this like trippy shit and like all this crap for their story mode, and then their multiplayer that's like the main focus is still garbage.
Yeah. Everybody likes the garbage.
They really don't though. Like the co-op, the Black Ops games have been going down and down in popularity for years. So like you can't even say everyone likes it. Like they really don't.
I mean, they're making enough money off of it to keep making them.
I guess.
I don't think they're not grasping at straws.
It will keep working until it stops working, I guess.
And they have a toxic fan base just like every other fandom.
True. I mean, Halo is still popular somehow, and it's run by a shit-ass corporation now. So hey.
Yeah.
Run that shit right to the ground.
Oh, we're buffering.
I mean, then again, we are the ones currently watching all the trailers released by that corporation, so can we really talk?
Yes, that's why we're complaining about it.
True.
I'm sure I don't know who
It's just my opinion!
Goes Super Saiyan, it's just my opinion!
Oh, there he is. You know that's one of the characters. Was that Jeffrey Dean Morgan, though?
I don't know.
Up. That was Call of Duty. We can go now.
I hate that they use 9 Inch Nails.
Zombie mode. Everyone loves zombie mode.
I love zombies.
Yeah, we haven't added a new game mode in like fucking 20 years, but keep buying our shit. Anyway, that was the Xbox
Future
Game Show,
zombies.
everybody.
That show was something.
Sure was.
I mean, there were some good things in there, I
There
guess.
was some good
but
stuff, but it was
but it's
mostly
still
not good
Xbox, so like,
But it was mostly stuff that I would get on, like, Steam.
yeah. The problem is that none of these showcases solved the fundamental issue of I'm never going to buy a game for Xbox.
Yeah.
Because Xbox is the most redundant console.
Yep. I mean, they're not even sure they're
Yeah,
making another
pretty much
console,
everything that is
so...
on Xbox is on PC.
But they then made
and
a
everything
handheld,
that's
so it's
on
kind of
PC
funny.
is probably better on PC.
I find it funny that they're just like, we don't think we're making another Xbox console, and they're like, oh, but we're making a handheld. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, because I'm sure I think they've been trying to buy Steam for a while now, and
Valve
Steam
makes
just
way
hasn't.
too
They
much
can
money.
try.
Yeah.
Valve's just like a lull in money. Like, you're never buying them, fam. It would take some colossal fuck ups for them to get bought.
They listen, as much money as they have, I promise you they do not have as much money as Microsoft.
Yeah, but Microsoft's only willing to invest so much into buying them. Let's be honest.
Well, I just saw a video the other day of Bill Gates saying that he was about to give away all his money.
Man, Bill Gates is a bullshitter.
He wanted to give away all his money before he died. Now, what he's doing with it, that
he's just gonna give it to all his rich friends.
Up for interpretation. It's up for interpretation.
Go ask him for it. See how, like,
Yo, Bill, let me get like $5.
Yo, Bill, let me get like enough for a chicken sandwich. I'll probably tell you, fuck off, poor. Get out of here.
Yeah. He's like, I don't deal with you peasants.
He'll put all of that money into a bunch of other businesses, and then he'll just die. No, that's all that will happen. He doesn't even want to give like money to his children. Like, that's how
wanting to see the good, and everybody honestly believes that maybe he will be the first like billionaire that's going to be like, look, I can't take it with me. I'm going to give it to some humanitarian cause and try to make the world a better place. But
nah,
realist.
I doubt it.
I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. By the way, Sonic is dead.
Yeah.
Sonic
Nobody
is dead.
gets that reference.
All right.
But that's fine.
Well, guys, that was the Xbox showcase. That was a lot faster than I expected it to be, so we'll end on time for Opto to leave.
Yeah, it was perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. So, any closing comments on everything you saw? I mean, I'm pretty excited for the Super Meat Boy game. That was top tier for me.
Sorry. Go on.
No, that's what I was saying. You want to go first? I'm still trying to collect my thoughts.
Oh, it sure was an exploit. Exploit.
Sure was.
Sure was an exploit. So good. There are a couple of things that I'm excited about. I really think that the Beast of Reincarnation game looks kind of interesting, and the fact that it's Game Freak, really interested to see how that plays out. Super Meat Boy. I think there's like one other thing that looked pretty interesting. I don't consider the Tony Hawk franchise to be Xbox exclusive, so I'm not gonna lump that in there. But no, I think there are a couple interesting things. Overall, it's kind of meh. Like, there wasn't anything that was just like, oh my god, I can't wait for this to come out. You know, and then just excited to see that handheld come out and see kind of how good that is. Again, I have no need for a handheld, so it's not something that I would ever get, even if it is the most amazing, awesome thing ever. But I am still interested to see how well it does and how well it performs, because I feel like just with consoles in general, like, we're in this weird kind of like VR was still really popular, but not as popular as I thought it would be. And I thought that a lot of these companies would start pushing more of that VR content and trying to bring like gaming into like the future.
VR is kind of its own like genre at this point right now, and like video gaming. I think the Quest and like other VR companies kind of just have the market for it. I personally thought that the Switch 2 was gonna have VR support. I thought you were gonna be able to put the like Switch into like a headset and it was gonna have VR.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't think so.
I thought that might actually happen, but
I mean, it's still kind of early for that. Like the Labo, the Switch had the cardboard thing that you could do for the VR.
That's why I said
Yeah.
that maybe they'd have real VR support. That's what I thought.
But that's the thing, it did
Because
horribly.
they have
you know how
but they have
Nintendo reacts
HD.
to anything doing that.
They had HD Rumble. Yeah, but the thing with Labo was it was a really weird thing. That wasn't VR. That was some like weird project they did.
Yeah, but you know, it's a Nintendo way of doing it, and
One of the things-
knowing Nintendo, they're going to not try anything further.
One
if
of
their
the things
first
that
attempt
Nintendo
is to
has
succeed.
really cool for VR. That no one
Excuse
else
me,
does.
Sigmund. Lest not ye forget the Virtual Boy. The Virtual Boy did horrible and recall like the that Nintendo ever made, and then they once they put out the Switch, they were like, yeah, we can do that again, but with cardboard.
Yeah, I think
so they don't learn. Yeah, they're not. It's not that they're never going to come back around to it. I definitely think it's possible they could open that box again.
One of the things that they have that no one else does is HD Rumble. HD Rumble is really fucking cool. Like it would be really immersive for VR. HD Rumble is cool. As fuck.
Yeah, I think part of it is also just that the design space for VR isn't like as big as a lot of people initially thought.
Yeah, but I think it's it's also still kind of evolving because they don't really have great game engines for VR right now. I think that's one of the biggest things holding VR back is that there's still like only a couple of like actual decent engines, and most of them run the same way, and so they have to like, you know, do specific things for it.
Well, so here's my theory, and I've been saying this for a couple of years now. I think that Fortnite, the people that own Fortnite, are going to be the ones that are going to push VR into like the Ready Player One space. They have the money and the financing for it. I know that they have the R&D department for it, and they already have all the licensing that they would ever need for all of these characters and all this pop culture to be able to put into that space. They have everything they need to be able to do it.
They already have like Fortnite Creative, which is like Minecraft basically.
Right.
So if they didn't do it for that, I don't think they'll do it like yet. Because like that would have been the time period to be like Fortnite Creative also available in like VR. Like that would have sold like a pretty good amount of people on that.
I think they're waiting until they can just have the one thing that everybody plays, because like in that again relating to like Ready Player One is
you might not realize this, but Fortnite is dying. Its numbers have gone down significantly.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think the issue is also fundamentally just again, you are restricted to first-person games and first-person games that work with the physical limitations of a human.
I think the thing with Fortnite is that you can only do RNG mechanics so much before it becomes frustrating, even to everyone. Like, so fundamentally, there's a lot of flaws in Fortnite, and then they just like throw a bunch of crazy overpowered shit on top of it over and over again. Big PR promotion stuff, and it's like it did well, but now it's like it's starting to get to the point where it's like it's just collapsing in on itself.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, people get bored of stuff after a while too. Like it's not like like to throw World of Warcraft out there, because like those nerds, they will never stop playing that game, and every time they come out with a new DLC.
I mean, World of Warcraft, I played Warcraft a lot too, so it's like one of those things.
But something that stands the test of time and is going to keep going as long as they keep putting out content and DLC. Like, I don't think Fortnite's ever going to go anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be like not popular enough to make money. It's not the juggernaut that it was.
Right. But you have like VR chat, right? Where like you have all these different worlds that people have created, and like you can get all these pop culture characters and stuff and go be in those worlds.
Popular as on its own. VR chat's like
and
crazy program.
And go play like mini games, and they have like games and stuff that you can play within those worlds too. But like it's still not where Ready Player One is. Like the haptics aren't there, like the experience isn't there just yet. I mean, and I know there are companies like
10 years Disney from now, if we get to like, well, I mean, the Disney's like tracking floor that they made, that shit's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That thing's amazing. But how do you make something like that that's affordable? You know,
it's actually not that expensive for what people were saying.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a thing that you just put on the floor in pieces, and it just slides. So it's like it's not that bad. It's just motion sensors on the floor.
Yeah, but it has to know where you are, and it has to carry your weight. And so, I mean, let's just say up to 350 pounds. It has to be able to move 350 pounds back to the center of that space.
Yeah. I mean, from what I can tell,
that's got to
probably,
be kind of expensive.
I mean, not as, I mean, it's probably like $200, maybe $300.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it out yet?
Yeah, I don't think I mean they talked about it, but like they obviously want it to be something that you'd actually be able to put on your house. So they're like trying to make it work like smaller. I think there's like the test models that they had out like a few years ago were like a bit bulkier, but I think they've gotten like smaller ones from what I've seen recently.
It's called the hollow tile floor.
Yeah. You can put it down in like pieces, I think.
Shopping? Is it available? No, it is not.
Not yet, no. But they're still working on it. So like I think in a couple of years they might actually make an affordable version of it. It's just kind of like how like they had like the like I guess it's just kind of like how it evolved with like 3D glasses and stuff like that for like headsets, like how they've gotten better for VR. Like VR has gotten like significantly better from like the past 3 generations, like the past like 10 years of like different headsets we've gotten. Like the headsets that are out now are so like really really good. Like they feel very immersive now.
They are getting a lot better, and they're getting smaller too. It's not like wearing
not
a
like
giant
heads, the heavy headsets. It's why a lot of VTubers wear VR headsets, because like they are just something you could just wear for like 8-9 hours and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
So they're getting there. Like they also have like one of the things I want to see, and this is what I personally want to see. Have you ever heard of the touch suits?
No, I have not heard of that. Is that just like a haptic suit?
Kind of. So like basically they have this actually works in VR chat where like you can like touch somebody anywhere on their body and they would feel it.
I don't know how I feel about that. That feels like a lot of people are going to get assaulted and sued.
I think that it's an interesting idea just for like games in general. Could you imagine like getting attacked and like feeling the impact of like something hitting you in the game? That sounds so fucking cool.
Yeah. That's the future of gaming that we imagined 15, 20, 30 years ago. You know what I mean?
The fact is that those suits exist now. And we're getting more and more to the point where they're affordable. Right now, I think they're like $10K each or something like that. It's ridiculous. Because they're like giant, like circuit control systems like this, so you could feel everything in game. But the point is that they exist, and like over time, technology becomes cheaper. And like you'll get to the point where somebody mass produces that shit, and once they mass produce that shit, it's over. It becomes cheap as fuck. Like we're getting to the point where the next 10 to 20 years, that's gonna be a thing for sure. Like we're gonna probably get stuff similar to like Sword Art Online or like Dot Hack in a couple of years.
I hope so, because like you said, as far as mass production goes, historically there are times where we on the consumer side may not see that stuff for 10 years, and we're in this like lull of like the same stuff over and over again for a decade until finally we get some sort of like push in that direction where it's massively affordable and people can actually use the stuff.
But the fact that we have like the hollow tile floor, we have the suits where you can feel things and things like that, and they already are out in the world, is just a sign that like within usually for that sort of stuff they have like a tester period of like 5 to 10 years to see how well they do, how much affordable you can make it, what can you do for the parts, and then they become more open to the public. I feel like as we get more into the culture for gaming where it's like everything's touchpad based, I think we're gonna get more into the realm of like kids in the new generation want to be immersed in the world, because that's kind of how they already have it for like touchpads and stuff. People don't even use controllers anymore. Like children don't use controllers. Like most children don't know what controllers are.
Yeah, they just do touchpads. Yeah. Well, it's still so crazy to think, because like that has to be like the next evolutionary jump. Like where does Nintendo go? Like what comes after the Switch 2? Like where does PlayStation go? What comes after the PlayStation 5? Xbox is already talking about just not making consoles anymore. Period.
I feel like there will probably still be obviously like controller based gaming, but I do feel like there will be more virtual style gaming as we go forward.
Right.
Because I don't think you'll ever get rid of like one or the other, because just like retro games still exist now, even though like we're well past 2D graphics, right? So it's like, but those things will still be a thing that people want to play. No one's gonna want to be like first person Mario, like jumping around and doing that shit. It's tiring.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't like you're not. Nobody's gonna turn a blind eye to an infinite library of games.
One of the
right?
things
Like
that
nobody's
they need,
gonna.
one of the things that's lacking in VR right now, and it's the main reason VR is not popular, is because VR is fucking exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to it's a full body workout to do VR shit. Like I have played Beat Saber, and holy shit, Beat Saber is tiring. Like that is the main reason why playing on controller is better. But they are getting to the point where they're trying to integrate things like controllers with VR to give you like the VR experience like in game, but like using a controller to control your character like in your
A
hands.
lot of the problem is
Because
currently VR is just a gimmick like Wii was, where like how the like motion controls were.
But I think the more immersive that stuff gets with things like the suits and like the floors, or even just being able to control it with a controller, where it's like less of a gimmick and more of like it's the game plus. Like if I could play Dark Souls 1 but be able to feel the impact of somebody like hitting me with a fucking sword or something while like I'm seeing it through first person, like the shit flying at my face, but still like having the regular gameplay experience, like that, I think that would be a better selling point than the current way they're doing VR. I think they're just like kind of messing up and like trying to make VR too much of an activity rather than a gaming experience. I think that's the problem. They need to focus on VR being more of a gaming enhancement and less of a change to how people game. I think that's the problem they have right now. It needs to be something that enhances the current experience, making it part of like where you like look around with your head and your eyes, but still have control with like a controller, so you don't have to worry about fucking being physically needing to run.
Right.
Like
right.
physically needing to like crouch down and all that shit. Because I do not
Well,
want to
I
do
don't
that
know.
shit
I think space is an issue too. I really think. I mean,
and that's the thing. I think that's another
Yeah.
thing is that's also a space issue. So if I could sit down in my chair, wear a suit where I could feel the impact and damage, but still play on a controller and have the VR headset to where I would be in control of the person, like looking around and feeling it, I would still feel very immersed in that. Like imagine playing like Skyrim, but you could feel the giant hit you with a hammer, like but like not enough to actually feel like actual hurt pain, but like enough to where it's immersive, like that sort of shit where like you're in first person, you're moving your head around to look around the world, you're still like being able to control your character with a controller, but then you also could feel things. That is the level of VR I think they need to go for, because right now the way they're going with VR right now still is more of a gimmicky, oh look, I can move my arms around, wiggly wobbly bullshit, where they should be focusing on improving gameplay experience to like be what it is right now but enhanced. That's where they need to go, and I think they'll get there. They just need to realize to stop focusing on the gimmick shit and focus on like what's actually important, which is like enhancing the gameplay experience.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm very skeptical about VR simply because I feel like it's not something that's needed, and I feel like it's. I don't know. I feel like
video games aren't needed, but it's entertainment.
I mean, for like how you make games.
I think it
and feel
depends
like
on how
games
immersive you
is
want to be.
fundamentally the wrong space to
Yeah.
explore what VR is. I think.
The thing is, I think that it depends on how immersive you want games to be eventually. I think eventually people are going to want them to feel more like a real life experience, like you're living it. And I think that's kind of where we've already been pushing towards games anyway. Like you just want to take the role of the character. It's why character creation and shit is so popular. So I think it just depends on the genre.
I just feel like
Clearly-
there are too many restrictions.
Clearly, I don't want to play VR Street Fighter, like but
That's kind of the thing. That's where again the restrictions come in, because also a lot of moving with a controller is like there are a lot of issues with that, because your movement not matching what you see can be very disorientating for people.
like I said, it's just a system that they need to work on. It's just not something that we have yet. That's why I'm saying it needs to be an enhancement of what we currently do, not an extension of it. Right now, it seems more like trying to plug an external thing that doesn't have anything to do with the gaming experience onto it, but it's there. Like it's its own weird thing rather than it being an enhancement of like what we currently have.
Right. Agreed.
So I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
How
I
did
think
we
we got
get
our.
here?
I think we got our final thoughts out there.
All right, Gladys, what do you think?
Your grade for today's experiment is F. Not because you failed, but because there is no higher score I'm willing to give.
Oh, God.
That's all for the podcast today.
Oh, God,
Come back
GLaDOS.
again next week for the Final Fantasy Magic Card review. This is not a request. Bye.
That would make some cursed audio clips for buttons, because oh my god, it cutting in and out like that was terrifying.
Oh.
Bye.
All right,
Thanks, GLaDOS.
let us find a raid target and call it a day. A good episode, everybody. Had fun.
Yeah, dude, I had a blast. Thank you guys for having me. Segment, always a pleasure.
Yeah, that was fun.
We raid Digital Hazard and him not like instantly raid out this time.
Oh, that's the best raid train.
Well,
unfortunately, we're gonna get ads while I'm trying to raid out, so that's fun. Hopefully, that still lets people leave. Oh
it's
my
fine.
God.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right,
Don't
everybody.
worry about
I
it.
had a good time. Everyone here says hello and goodbye, and we'll catch you next time for another episode of Herbs and Spices and other things that we may do in the future.
The herbs and
Next time
spices.
on Dragon D.
Too bad they didn't hear that last part. They just heard dragging. Opto said nuts, everybody. Okay. Nice. Bye. Goodbye, Opto.